I'm Olivia Ray here with the Herald Times at the Little 500 racetrack. We are just 2 weeks out from the race, and I caught up with the historic Cutters team. The Cutters are most well known for their 5 straight first place finishes from 2007 to 2011, and this year they took the pole at the qualifications round. Watch here as I caught up with 2 vets from the team. So Cutters qualified at the very top again for your team. The Cutters team is a very historic team here in Bloomington. Could you kind of give me a quick recap of what your team is?
Yeah, so we started out as actually the off-campus team of Delta Chi back in the 80s, and we've been around ever since, doing well, and yeah, that's basically it. I mean, we're just another team around the track trying to do our best, and I think this year, I think it's the only the third time in history that Cutters has actually pulled first. So, it's not something that is like really that determinant on how well you do in the race, but I mean, it is kind of fun to, if we're on top, we get to see our name on the top of the list, whatever. But, really it's all about just repeating, just coming to the track with the mindset of we're just going to work hard, we're going to do what we can do, and really just not worry about the variables that aren't in our control, and just focus on the things that we can do well and do those to the best that we can. And that's kind of the Cutter mentality. So
Cutters has been featured in not 1 but 2 films now. So they're kind of a popular team. What does that mean for you guys being riders on that team?
Not a whole lot, actually. The first movie was actually made before the Cutters team was, and we actually named our team as a joke because of the original Breaking Away, whatever. And the other one is actually, it's kind of a fun movie to watch because I know all those guys pretty well, and just hearing them tell the stories that I've heard them tell is just oh, I know them. That's fun. But when it comes down to being on the track again, it's just all just individual hard work and just showing up every day and doing the right things and just being professional, but also knowing how to enjoy the time on the track. So yeah, I don't feel a whole lot of pressure coming from all the hype around the team or whatever, but I do feel pressure to show up every day and do the best I can do for my team.
So you guys are both veterans. Could you give me each your favorite Little 5 story? You've both ridden in many races.
Wow. All right, so I don't even know where to start. My favorite Little 5 experience through the whole year, or just on race day?
Any of your time.
Really what I like to do is we stay here in Bloomington for spring break, and spring break's just a super fun week. Here in Bloomington, we go out and stay in Lake Monroe, and it's just a week that we get to spend together as a team in the same cabin, and we all come here every day and ride on the track. This will be my second race, so I don't have a ton of favorite experiences having wrecked in the race last year, but I don't know, I really like spring break and excited for the rest of this year.
For me, it's probably the night before the race. We have a guy, he's basically the godfather of Cutters, but he lives on the east side of town, so we all go out to his house, and we just spend the night just being really relaxed as a team, just kind of getting into our race mindset. And that kind of encapsulates the best way I can perform and the best way I can prepare for the race is just to be in that zone, just very relaxed and very, very chill environment. So that it kind of sets the tone going into the race morning of just knowing what we have to do and showing up to the track to do it. So I'd say probably my favorite race memory, just going out there, just having that quiet moment with the team before kind of the hecticness of race day shows up.
So you have 2 weeks before that hectic time period. How are you guys preparing to stay on the top of that list?
Really, it's just about, just staying relaxed, watching a lot of Trailer Park Boys, not taking ourselves too seriously, but then knowing that, we do show up to the track every day with a job to do. So, you can only do what you can do, and our best performance will be what we show up on race day with. So I guess we'll see what happens.
This team clearly has what it takes. Stay tuned tomorrow on Hoosier Scoop, where Brian caught up with Wright Cycling, another top 5 qualifying team.